stop complaining. I told you, Biscuit, just come in, put the coffee on the desk without saying anything.
Yes, and then you let it get cold.
Coffee can be heated up in 2 shapes. My stories can't.
Oh, I don't understand all that.
No one expects you to. Now, where's Miss Cole?
Still in her bedroom. I keep calling her.
Brendan, when I'm working and Miss Cole is sleeping, leave us both as we are.
She had her breakfast on a tray.
Good. Give her lunch on another tray. Supper too if we've got enough tray. Now, run along this way. Oh, Biscuit. Has she said anything about going home?
Not to me, she hasn't. Well, she's your cousin. You invited her.
I invited her for the weekend, not for 7 weeks. This is strange for you too, isn't it?
No, glad it isn't. A bit of normal company for me. She's bone lazy, but she do talk natural.
And I don't.
No. I'd have turned it in ages ago if I didn't think you needed me.
And you, Biscuit?
I couldn't wish for a better place. If only you weren't so airy-fairy, always talking about piggy porker and such like.
Piggy porker has to keep you and me.
Well, I wish he didn't. It's Soppy.
The queer things you get up to.
Oh, I've many interests.
Yes, too many. Makes me quite tired.
Well, in that case, you better go back to bed. I'm a busy woman and I haven't time to sit about. You know, it's a lovely sunny morning. Wouldn't you like Biscuit to take your deck chair down to the lawn?
No, dear. This hot sun does my skin no good at all.
Then have the shade up.
Your garden is so full of midgets. It's all those silly little ponds and pools you have about the place.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm not complaining, dear. I love it here.
I've noticed that.
Besides, I like to feel I'm doing my duty. We're both lonely souls.
Are we? Well, that's not good. If you're not going to use the garden, then I will.
Oh, and now I'm driving you out. And I only came down because I thought you'd like a little chat.
That's very kind of you, but that's not going to help me finish this story.
What you really mean is, I'm in the way. You want to get rid of me.
Oh, dear Morden, what an idea. You've only been here 7 weeks. Mind you, if you feel you ought to be going back home.
I should have to think about that.
Well, you sit there and think hard.
Besides, I like to feel that I'm helping you.
You could cut the lawn.
In this flaring heat?
I'll run down to the shops for biscuits.
Well, there's nothing I'd like better, but I have to remember my legs.
Ah, yes. I'd forgotten you've got legs. Ah, here's coffee. That'll keep you quiet for 10 minutes.
How nice.
Brought you a piece of shortbread? Oh, mate, you do spoil me. Am I allowed to talk to you?
Please do. Let's make it a public meeting.
There's no need to be shirty. You want anything from the shop?
No.
Right, now we know.
Ah, biscuit. I want you to call at the Laurels.
What? The nursing home?
Yes. Go to ask for Matron and give her this note.
Can't you post it?
Don't be silly, Biscuit. The place is only next door.
Well, they don't like people calling there.
Whatever makes you think that?
Oh, I can tell. And you keep sending me there to borrow things we don't want. They don't like it.
Good heavens, surely we can be neighbourly.
I know, I'm the one that has to do it. Last time, they only opened the door a few inches and then blew me out and slammed it shut.
Nonsense. You have to win the hand, that's all. Lay on the charm stuff.
If it would help, I could take the note around when I've had an like the old folks.
So do I, but this is not meant to be a social call, just a note to be left. I know that is.
Lizzie, always someone coming and going. Every time I look through the crack in the fence, there's a new face in the garden.
Well, don't do it. It's rude.
I thought people were supposed to go to the nursing home for a rest, coming and going like a swarm of bees.
I can't see I've ever seen any saying anything about the food.
No, that's because by the time you get up, it's too dark to see anything. Now, this is my 10-minute break. I'm going down to the greenhouse to say good morning to my little puppy.
Biscuit. What's for lunch?
Nice bit of beef, just how you like it. Oh,
Horseradish sauce?
and Yorkshire, and none of these from the garden.
Oh,
You do spoil me. It's a treat for me. I spoil her, only she never keeps still long enough.
yes, I'm worried about her too.
So am I sometimes.
Biscuit. Do I have to call you that? Haven't you got a proper name?
My real name is Gwendolyn. For everything's like that in this house. Miss Beeston had a cat called Biscuit. When it died, she started calling me it. Mind you, the cat only had one eye. Annalyn.
But I've seen so much more of her these last few weeks. But I can't say I like what I've seen.
I know. Queer.
And I suppose she has to write all these stories for children. There's no reason why she has to live in a world of complete mystery and lunacy.
Hey, the gin, for instance.
Gin? You don't think she's taking a drink?
Teetotal. Been like that all her life. But every week, there's an order for 3 bottles of gin sent to the grocer's. Why?
Haven't you asked her?
She just passes it off as though coming asking for a party.
This is dreadful. I had intended to go home tomorrow or the next day, but now I feel it's my duty to stop on and take care of her. When I came into this room just now, she was standing there, staring through a pair of field glasses.
Watching for the grocer's boy to arrive, you bet.
You mean to say she's all these bottles stored away?
That's the funny part. We ran out of it as though we drank it from breakfast to bedtime.
We must keep this dreadful secret to ourselves. And in the meantime, you must tell me of anything unusual that happens. Now go and see if she is in the greenhouse.
All right, when I've given Colonel Ping his breakfast.
Colonel Pink? Do you mean to say there's been a man in the house all night?
There's things that happen in this house that you'd never believe.
Oh, yes, it's true. Are you there? Yes? Yes, it is Miss Beeston's house, but she's... Yes, take a message. Her name? Already. Looks like we dig in. Send dope. Send what? Send dope at once. Are you about digging in?
Oh, just some peas for the garden.
And sending dough?
Probably a trade term meaning send a check. You sit down and have a nice rest.
But Alice, there's things you have to explain to me.
There's an hole in your fence. I often comes into your garden and has a little look down. But now,
That's all very well, but what are you doing in this room?
here. I'm going to go leave tonight. Cool. They're lovely.
I tell you, I haven't time to talk this morning. Who's this?
That's what I want to know.
From the house next door.
The nursing home. All right, biscuit.
Well, what about him?
Yes, I expect you'd like a cup of coffee, wouldn't you?
That'd be nice, love.
Coffee and biscuits. Soft one.
Yeah, any kind will do. I always soak them.
Well, I never did.
Now you come and sit down. You must be able to tax your strength.
No, I have to be careful. It's the arthritis, you see. Yeah. I mustn't stay long. Mason wouldn't like it. Yes.
Do you think you're doing the right thing?
Oh, it's all right, yes. Only you keep a deco up the window in case the old butler's going looking for me.
And sure, the matron knows her duty.
You relax, Maudie. I'm never going to entertain a visitor.
Of course you don't. Here, I like you. And you've got such a pretty blonde.
I say, we don't even know your name.
Cops. Granddad Cops. Not my real name, of course, but that's what he calls me. I'm really vulnerable to what they don't flashing about.
How interesting. And how long have you been at the law?
Eh? My memory's been shaky. All I know is that the chauffeur, the syndicate, cries me up from the castle and here I am.
What castle, Mr. Cox? It is Mr. Cox, isn't it?
Not very well, but I don't like titles and bowing and scraping. I had far too much of that at court.
Court?
How many of there are you at the law?
Nice to get away from that one, love.
How many of there are you at the law?
Quite a few. Nice enough people, but not really my class. Jumped up, you know. Of course, it's lousy with money.
Indeed. You know Lord Cox. May I call you that?
If you like, love, but it's a peg or two above that, but I'm not fussy.
Oh, good heavens.
You know, I don't know why we can't see more of you people at the law. After all, we're neighbours. And it might be a change for you to come to see sometime.
Suits me. But it's matron.
Strict.
Strict, you said it. If she knew I came in here, of course.
Well,
Oh, boy.
that's hardly fair. I mean, after all, you pay.
Hey? Hey! Through the ruddy bells, I'll tell you. What was the use of making a fuss? One of the others spoke to only yesterday, but it only started to run out.
Oh dear. It's not very nice, is it?
Don't you worry. We'll take it out of the old age bank.
You know, I'm so pleased to see that you're come to the fire.
I am. Up in the castle. I've got conservative stuff full of them.
How wonderful. Do tell us, where do you live?
Eh? All over the place. But up in Scotland for the shooting. Here, I've had a scarf back before old Mother Banks catches me here. Here, shove me down, over the fence, love, will you?
Of course, and you must come again on another day. No one need ever know you've been here.
You better. It's enough now.
You needn't take trouble. He's gone.
Well, I asked you.
But But my cousin is, well, she goes too far. But who was it who telephoned? About the digging in and sending go?
In all the time I've been here, I still don't understand half of what goes on. Now read this.
Oh, Miss Cole, I'm so glad you're still here. Yes, but I should be off at any moment. But I feel that ours... Oh, quite. That's precisely what we've come about. Now, this is Miss Doris Quirk, one of Tiffany's real bits of talent.
Oh, please, please.
So, do sit down. I'm sure my cousin won't be long. I presume it's her you've come to see? Oh, quite. Yes, of course we have. Is she busy at the moment? Well, it all depends what you mean by busy. At the moment, she is showing an old man none of us have ever seen before down to a hole in the bend. Good gracious. Frankly, Mrs. Charlesworth, I'm more than a little worried about my cousin.
Oh, you needn't be. It's the artistic temperament. I'm just the same old type as Miss Charlesworth.
Oh, yes, it's quite so. Now to business, Miss Curran. I am, as you know, or you may know, the chairman of the Ladies' Club. Now, I'm sure that I can do. No, I'm hardly likely to be interested in anything like that. I'm far too busy. Well, perhaps your cousin. Oh, yes, it would do her good to get out. Oh, well, there you are, then. We could do things for her. Then I suggest that you hurry up and do it before it's too late. But if she joins any club of yours, then all I can say is I'm sorry for all the other ladies.
Oh, really? It's all right, Mrs. Charlesworth. Miss Cole only means that she's dynamic. I'm saying, you know, we've both got something that's simply got to come out.
I don't know what her particular brand of lunacy is, but if it's anything like my cousin, then heaven help the ladies' party. Oh, here's Miss Beeston herself. I do hope we're not intruding.
No, Morty will entertain you. I'm afraid
Oh, no, did you come to see? Now, do sit down and relax for 5 minutes. You can go down I think.
How do you? I've been dying to meet you. Glad you lasted out until now. Ladies, don't think me rude, but in the mornings I work. Shall we say 5 minutes?
I'm sorry if I'm being a nuisance. This you're not in vicarage. We have people calling at all hours. Now, the question is...
How much? It'll have to be a check.
You misunderstand me. We call about the ladies' stuff. We want you to join. Me? Oh, my God. Look, I understand from your cousin that you're in need of a change.
You creep, Morty.
And I think it's a good idea. It's do you good to get out. Yes, we all do need to get out. Believe me.
We do have fun, you know. Oh, terrific.
Yes, quite apart from new contacts and all the happy hours you can get. It's what you can bring to others. The healthy exchange of the true community spirit.
If you and I got together,
Strange as it may seem, I'm a very busy person. My professional work is fully occupied.
Raising little stories for children.
I also have my house, a garden, and a dozen and one other things, including a visitor. Much as I would like to enter into the world of gaiety and tinsel, my time is definitely limited. Look me up again when I'm 60.
I'm sorry you feel like that about it.
Well, put me down as a member if you like, but I can't do anything active.
oh well, that's a step in the right direction.
Well, I can't think why you want to bother with me, when next door you have a possible membership that will gladden the heart of any secretary.
Next door? Do you mean the nursing home?
Why, certainly. Now, there are people in need of amusement and the attentions of a club like yours.
That's jolly true, you know.
Think of all those poor old folk in that gloomy old house leading deadly dull lives.
The matter has not escaped us. Miss Quirk and I called there last week, but we had a very poor reception.
Oh, surely not.
In a very brief interview with the matron, she could show that every effort was made.
Pity. Perhaps you didn't go about it in the right way.
Well, really, I think I know how to handle women. If you could do better, do try. We could get something up for them, you know, tea and buns and things, and then maybe a tip-top entertainment. I've got just the program.
Well, I don't see what I can do. I've never even met the matron.
Well, will you try? After all, they are your neighbours, and you must have plenty of opportunity speaking to them. There was one here not moments ago. In this very room. There you are, then. Well, I'm sure you can do it. You're secretary. I'm sure you could win me right.
Well, I'll see what I can do. But I don't hold out much hope. It may be that they have very strict rules.
Oh, but that's absurd. The place isn't an institution. I believe their fees are very high. And at one time, before it changed hands, my husband used to call there regularly. And he said, oh, everything about the place was extremely elegant. Not to say even, luxurious.
Have you met the present matron?
Well, no. Although he did call there a fortnight ago.
And what happened?
Nobody answered the door. So he went away. He was a bit upset about it. And after all, it is the Met.
Pretty poor hopes I got. Now, may we leave the matter there?
Oh, of course. And in your good hands. You know, Miss Beeston, you're a real figure in Temple. You know, you shouldn't bear yourself away.
Well, I try to, but someone always comes and digs me up. Now, Maudie, if you're not doing anything, which wouldn't be unusual, perhaps you see them out.
Thank you, Miss Beeston. Cheery guy. I feel some very exciting things are going to happen.
You know, I do believe you're right. Well, what is it?
Miss Pipes to see you.
Is it fun? Well, I can make them from next door.
Yes! What does she want?
Well, if you kindly show her in, you may be able to find out.
What? Oh, all right.
Mrs. Banks, I understand.
Yes, that's correct. You may or may not know that I'm the matron of the Lord.
I'd rather gather that by your uniform. It's so nice of you to call. It's a little late. Would you care for coffee?
Oh, thank you, no. My time's extremely limited. And this is not a social call.
Oh, I see. Anyway, please sit down. We haven't been neighbours for very long, have we? But of course you only took over the halls a month or two ago. I've lived here many years.
So I understand. A writer, I believe.
In a small way. I write stories and plays for children. I'm generally known as Auntie Poppy, though I don't suppose that means anything to you.
No, I'm afraid it doesn't. Shall we get to the point, Miss Beeston? I wish, entirely in your interest, to prevent my patients from trespassing on your premises.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, surely you must be aware that one or two at least have formed the habit of coming into your garden.
Oh, really? Well, there's one old man who comes to have a look at my flowers, but he does no harm.
He breaks one of our rules. That's all that concerns me. As a matter of fact, I saw him returning from this very room not many minutes ago.
Oh, I think now you mention it, he did. You are observant.
I have to be.
And if I may say so, very severe. Surely it doesn't do any
Oh,
harm.
Miss Beeston, I'm sure it's only misplaced kindness on your part. But I must ask you to have it stopped at once. You can do this effectively by having that fence at the end of your garden mended.
Mended? Is it broken?
I don't wish to be rude, but I can hardly believe that a person with a well-kept garden like yours can fail to notice a broken fence.
Oh, I'm glad you told me about it. I must have overlooked it. But I've been very busy these days.
It could be, of course, that you encourage visitors by offering them inducements to come in.
Oh, you mean cakes and sweets?
Possibly. Well, if I may have your assurance that it won't happen again.
Of course. And I'm sorry if I've broken your rules. Please forgive me.
Oh, they're not my rules, but the rules of the governor. home, and most of our patients are well-to-do persons. We never lose sight of the fact that they are under our care.
Oh, I'm sure you have their interests at heart.
Well, if I may take it, you'll do as I request. We need detain each other no longer.
Leave it with me. Matron, there is another matter.
Oh, I'm afraid I must be getting back.
It will only take a minute. You know, I'm really impressed with the care you take of your patients. They must seem just like a real home to them.
Thank you. Yes, they are all very happy.
But this is business. I wonder if you consider taking a dear old friend of mine.
And the patient?
Yes. She's plenty of money, so the fees will be well within her means.
I should be delighted. But I'm afraid we're full.
No, it needn't be straight away.
Oh, well, our patients will be with us for many weeks.
Oh, surely not. It's such a large house. I know there are at least 10 bedrooms.
I hope you don't suggest that I don't know my business. I said before, that should close the matter.
Matron, this is my cousin, Maud Cole.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Matron tells me I've been very naughty not to have had the garden fence open. Some of her patients have been coming into our garden.
Well, yes, we know that. There was one here not a moment ago. We were talking to him. A nice old gentleman, but extremely peculiar.
Oh, yes, I'm aware of it. Mr. Cox.
He gave us to understand he was fatal. And he mentioned a castle.
I'm afraid he does talk like that. I believe he's well connected, but he wanders a little. It won't happen again.
You know, Matron, you really ought to let us do something for them. Perhaps one or two could come to tea sometime, under your supervision, of course.
Oh, well, really, I
Oh,
don't...
come now, we ladies of Timberley are only so. We're anxious to help our fellow creatures, especially when they're neighbours. Mrs. Charles said the same thing, didn't she, Maudie?
I don't know. Something to do with getting up an entertainment for her.
Well, it's very kind of everyone to want to help, but, well, I must consider the question of health. Mr. Cox's heart is not strong if Miss Summers is inclined to be nervous. No, I really don't think excitement would be good for them.
Well, I don't think it was intended that they should run races. He just this quirk, besides raise elegy or something.
Well, I will consider the matter. But all the same, I really don't think that we can come to any arrangement here, Mr. Miller.
Well, you think it over. We'd love to have them. And now, before we have any more visitors to get that garden fence mended, Maudie, you entertain Matron. Don't let her go rushing off. It's so inhospitable.
I have an idea you don't want to be entertained. Still, I can show you a few card tricks if you like.
Are you saying it?
Yes, I'm keeping my cousin company. I feel it does her good.
Hello?
No, I shall be all but any moment. I have things in the larder at home that may go bad.
I can see your cousin's a kind-hearted woman. Forgive me, but is she not one a little eccentric?
My dear, don't ask. She's the most exasperating woman. Well, do sit down. It's very seldom I get a chance to talk to anyone. I was buzzes in and out like a blue bottle.
A writer of children's stories, to tell me.
Yes, every week she is. Not that I ever have the time, nor the patience to read any of them. But I bet you're in one of them.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, yes. You'll be a jackdaw, or a dachshund or something. Once she's seen someone that looks a bit funny, one of her stories.
Extremely interesting.
I'm glad you think so. Whatever she's made of me, I'd like to think.
So what you really mean is that she's not so much peculiar as imaginative.
Oh, it's all the same to me. But I do like people to be told.
No doubt you'll know this friend of hers that she's anxious for me to have an occasion.
Oh, then? No, I don't understand.
A dear old lady with plenty of money. Then you don't think it's possible she could have meant you?
Well, the description hardly fits.
Oh, no, of course not. No. But still, it is rather strange. Does she imagine all these situations?
My dear, don't ask me. In this house, no one knows what is true and what isn't. I've yet to find out who Harry Boy is.
Harry Boy?
Some strange parson that rings her up and leaves Victorian messages. And then there's Colonel Payne. As far as I can make out, he spent the night here all night. If there's any lady in need of a nursing home, it's my cousin.
Well, Miss Beaton's eccentricities are not my concern. But if you would aid me by stopping my patients in the area, I'd be very grateful.
But there are other things I could tell you.
Yes. Yes, perhaps there are. Miss Cole, you might come over and have a coffee with me one morning. But say nothing about it to Miss Beaton, please.
Should I?
Let's make that quite clear. I will communicate with you. Good morning. Good morning.
Nice woman. Very nice woman.
Well, that settles the home in the garden wall. No more visitors unless they climb over the 6-foot fence. Were you about to sit down?
Yes.
Your mistake. You're going to help scrape carrots for lunch.
Come on.
She said she's mended the fence. That's what pays for all those old people prowling round the house.
Biscuit. You must tell me the truth about this Colonel Payne. Really? Did he really spend the night all here in his house?
Oh, yeah. She wouldn't let me go in and disturb him, so there's no washing up done.
Good heavens, what will the neighbours say?
Me? I don't want to worry, not them. How am I supposed to get my work done with him hopping in and out of the sink? And keeping on picking at me. The place for robins is in the garden.
Robin?
Morning!
All the impossible houses.
What's your game, mate? Think you better let me in on it, ain't you?
There, that may be enough.
Do you really know me supposed to be coming?
Two or three from next door, plus Mrs. Charles and Miss Crook.
And a nice old set, I must say.
Well, it looks rather nice.
Don't be such a misery, Biscuit. We haven't entertained for months. You need to sit down yet. There's still plenty to be done.
I know what it'll be. Crumbs all over the carpet, tea spills.
Nonsense. Let your hair down and enjoy yourself. After all, something is an achievement getting to the company. 2 days ago, Mason refused to listen to the mere idea. Now she's become consular.
You've got me to thank for that.
Biscuit, when you brought all the tea things, we shall want that screen from the dining room.
Screen? Whatever for?
Miss Quirk's to give an entertainment after tea. I think she wants to dress behind the screen.
Turning the page into a musical. That's what it is.
One would think she would enter into the spirit of the thing. After all, it's not every day we do this. for you.
Very well. But they didn't say I was going.
No, but I did. Shall we say after lunch tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yes. That will give you the morning in which to get your packing done.
Oh, I see it all now. You want to get rid of me.
Oh, you needn't think that. I should love to have you about the place for another 7 weeks. But you know, I'm worried about the things in your larder. You think it's 7 weeks milk on the doorstep?
Very thoughtful of you, and sure. But you don't need to pretend to me that that's what you're doing. You're hiding things from me you don't want me to see.
What a lot of nonsense. You can come again before the summer's over, but you must go home tomorrow.
No, you stopped me where I wasn't wanted.
I knew you'd see it in the right way.
Just been given May marching orders. Tomorrow. After all I've done for her, to be cast off like an old shoe.
Don't you go. You ain't gone here. I'm not so keen on being left alone with her, seeing how she is just now.
I don't want to leave her, but she was most definite about it. Almost rudely blunt.
I know. She told me to help you pack.
There! You see?
No, I don't. There's things going on here, that's why. Take that fence. Supposed to be mended, weren't it? Got a hammer and did it, didn't she? Well, the fence is just as it were before.
Why?
Don't ask me. I know you found out about all those bottles of gin.
You have?
She leaves them lying about at the bottom of the greenhouse. And by evening, they're empty.
But this sort of thing must have been going on for years. So every time she goes and tends to water her plant, she must have lived.
I don't know, first I've seen of it. That's what she's doing.
Oh, we must keep this dreadful secret to ourselves. And you must tell me, and you must keep this, you must help me keep this secret to ourselves, and you must help me stop on for a few days longer at least. Look out!
Ah, isn't this exciting? We must have some more of these parties. Come along now, they shall be here before we're ready. I do want it to be cosy for them.
Alice, are you quite sure you're feeling all right?
Me? Never better. And it's you I have to thank for that, Maudie.
Well, glad I've been of some use.
None of this would have been possible if you hadn't thought making so effectively. It's that charm of yours.
Well, I pride myself I know how to handle people. I found her a very nice person, a little strict and careful with her patients, but she was certainly most friendly with me.
I'm sure she was. You went there again this morning, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She kindly invited me to coffee and buns. Chocolate buns.
I bet you were just like a couple of schoolgirls. What did you talk about?
Oh, what a question. This and that. Just gossip.
Oh, I didn't think matrons seemed that sort. Anyway, I bet I came into the conversation.
Well, naturally. She was most interested to hear all about you.
Now, isn't this nice? Ah, one thing wanted, flowers.
From the greenhouse, I suppose?
Yes, that's where I keep them. So much better than the coat colour.
There. What did you make of all that?
It's what I told you. She always was peculiar, and now she's downright bad. And she's not working like she used to. Every time I come in suddenly, she's pushing something in the drawer to Right, is it? Actually closing in on us. To remind you of the film I once saw.
Oh, don't make me nervous, I'm shorty, Teddy T.
All about a woman nobody took to be a witch.
A witch?
She go out of one door and suddenly come in by another. I thought you were going to the greenhouse.
No, I remember the Hadleys in the dining room. Well, Biscuit, better put the kettle on. They'll be here any minute. Does she chatter much to you, Maudie?
Chatter? What's the question? She's very caring to me, if that's what you mean.
I've an idea she talks about things that don't concern her.
I don't understand.
I think you do. Biscuit is a good sort in her off-hand manner, and she looks after me splendidly. Only she's a little out of her depth, and so are you.
Alice, tell me, you simply must. Are you doing anything wicked?
Nothing more than usual. Does that answer your question?
No, it doesn't. I'm very worried about you, and I don't like the idea of leaving you here alone at this moment.
My dear Maudie, you'll only worry me if you stay. You think it's because I want to get on with my work that I insist upon you going. It's not, you know. If you stay, you might be in some sort of danger. That was silly of me. I shouldn't have told you.
What danger? You must tell me, you must tell me.
Well, I've had an idea that your, bedroom may be down. And as there isn't a spare one...
I don't think that was what you were going to say.
Oh, my dear Maudie, you don't upset yourself or you'll only lose your appetite, and that would be dreadful. Now, you forget all this nonsense and abandon yourself to complete indifference. Ah, there's somebody.
Oh, I could stand anything if you didn't push me out in this unkind manner. All I want to do is take care of you.
Oh, I shall be all right. Biscuit is always here. And anyway, I may have a visitor for a few days. Who? A Clara Ford. You don't know her. I was hoping they would have her at the Laurels, but it seems they're full up. I feel it's my duty to look after them.
But Alice, I'm your cousin. I know all your old friends. But I don't know any Clara Forbes.
Well, she's a sort of new old friend. Her health has been bad, so I feel I must look after her for 2 or 3 weeks. She's so feeble, but such a dear, that she wants building up.
Oh, does she? Well, it's your house, so I can say nothing. I'm just telling you up about the whole thing.
Well, never mind. Have a good tea, that'll help.
Right, I know where I'm going. Here we are. Will it be all right if I put my bits and pieces in here? I want to lay it out ready so that no time is lost.
I don't remember saying anything about a jumbled sale.
Wig, the Lady Macbeth. Dress, a sleepwalking scene. Jumpers and ties for the robbery. Scratch wig for comedy sketch. Oh, that's my main impersonation. I'm hoping to do a bit from The Lady's Not for Burning, but there may not be time.
Well, come again on Guy Fawkes night.
Now, where shall I play? Oh, what are yours? Does she sing or anything? No, I most certainly do not. Just as well, there won't be a lot of time to spare. You'd better be my dresser. I shall need one.
Oh, what a pity we didn't have some scenery and an orchestra. We could have done the job properly.
We'll make do. Give me a hand with that screen. You better be stage manager.
I'll have you know, I gave up enough rocking in the last years ago.
Right, here we do. We'll play down to there. Biscuits can work the light. I shall need a bit of flashing for the storm scene. Hang on to that end. You've got to set the stage before the audience comes in.
But what about tea?
Tea? Oh, I've forgotten about that. And they can eat during the show, providing they don't have their cups and saucers. I must have atmosphere for my Lady Macbeth.
some tea first. The concert can follow. No, it's not a concert. I'm just calling it impressions. Oh, that reminds me. I shall need an old-fashioned fur coat for my Lloyd turn. You won't have something suitable. You might come along and have a look. Ah, that sounds like someone already. And we're not half ready. Miss Cole, do hurry, and don't open the doors until you set the stage.
It's not fair to have all this crust upon me. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Don't you worry, no, there's no one else.
Are you up, Miss Cole?
I'm off my head if that's anything. It's that wretched Miss Quirk's idea of entertaining your patients. But I hope none of them are in a hurry, because I have an idea that it won't finish until midnight.
Oh, well, this is quite unnecessary. Just half an hour for a cup of tea and then back. I thought that was understood.
Well, I do wish you'd explain it to that stupid woman. I wish they realised that I'd come here for a rest.
Well, I just came over to make sure Miss Beeston was ready for my people. And just 2 or 3 of them know they were strong enough.
Well, they'll need to be pretty tough if they're going to listen to Miss Quirk.
Your cousin seems to be quite a prolific writer. I wonder if she can find the time for entertaining.
Well, no one can predict what my cousin is going to do next. I'm sure she must be the most exasperating woman on earth.
Oh, she's most eccentric, certainly. But all the same, I have no doubt whatever that she's an extremely clever woman.
Yes, I suppose she is in her funny way, but I do wish she were more ordinary and more considerate to me. You don't know the latest.
No, what's that?
And to be pushed out of my room to make way for a complete stranger.
Oh.
I don't know. A Miss Clara Forbes. I never even heard
When
of
did
one.
she tell you this?
Jumped on you. Not half an hour ago. Made some complaint about my bedroom being damp.
In the height of summer? How many bedrooms are there in this house?
How many beds? What difference?
I'm asking you a question.
Well, there's men, of course, and Alison's, and the maid. 3.
Then it would appear that this elderly, infirm old friend of hers will spend her night in a damp bedroom.
What? Oh, yes, I never noticed. I should have to ask Alice to explain.
You will do nothing of this sort. Understand?
Oh, dear. Alice worries me more and
Miss
more.
Cole, I have tried to show you some friendship.
Oh, yes, you have. You're the most understanding person I've found about the place. If it hadn't been for you, I would have gone earlier.
Oh, quite so. I'm a very busy woman, but I do my best. My chief concern is not to hurt you.
Hurt me?
Very soon, perhaps even today, I'm going to tell you something that will shock you very much. It's not altogether pleasant as far as your cousin is concerned, but you're bound to find out about it sooner or later. One thing I can tell you is that you are in a position of some danger.
What? More danger?
Don't get yourself alarmed. I have the situation in hand. Your best course is to confide in me and say absolutely nothing to Miss Beeston.
What does Mr. up to now?
Well, that you'll soon find out. The essential thing is that she has no idea that we suspect her of anything indiscreet. Is that it?
I'm sure I should be far too worried and frightened to say a word. No, I'm glad now that I'm going.
Oh, perhaps as well.
When I came here a few weeks ago, my cousin was quite different. Eccentric, yes, but then she's always been that. But watching? What self-respecting bird hops about in the pitch dark?
I saw her.
You did? Well, how did you manage that?
Never mind. It happens to be my business to manage a great many things. And now, for the next half hour, if they'll let us enjoy your cousin's somewhat misplaced hospitality.
Ah, here's Matron. But where are the others?
Oh, they're coming. I just came over to make sure that Miss Beeson was ready for them.
Quite ready, Matron. Wheel them in.
Oh, it'll be just a small party, if you don't mind. Most of the others aren't well enough to be a little entertained.
Oh dear, what a pity. Well, never mind. If they're still with you at Christmas, we'll get this quote to dress up as Santa Claus.
You know, it really is quite absolutely marvellous. Actually getting them here. Especially after the frigid reception I had at first.
All Maudie's doing. Her and the Matron have become quite buddies. I think they've discovered they used to have pillow fights in the same dorm.
Oh dear. You know, it's a pity only one or two can come, but at least it's a start. Next time we can have something really big at the vicarage garden. Oh, I see Miss Quirk's all come all prepared.
Yes, she shall be ready by supper time. You're very quiet, Maudie. Are you all right?
And what is the suggestion?
It's been on those cakes while my back was turned. Oh, what's the matter now?
Is that Miss Quirk? She keeps saying things on my bedroom.
She only wants some costume.
And I keep telling her I don't wear any clothes that look like any Lady Macbeth.
Oh dear, Miss Quirk, I'm afraid she gets a bit too enthusiastic. You know, I'm sure all we need is just Home Sweet Home and a bit of community singing. Do you think perhaps I'd better go and try and restrain her a bit?
Would you? Maudie, go with Mr. Charlton, will you? Very well.
But I refuse to dress that stupid creature.
Well, Biscuit, how's the kettle?
Boiling. So am I.
Telegrams, quickly please. Telegrams? This is Timberley 7-1. Telegram to Harry Boy, Running Horse, Dodgston E. Got that? Critical situation, stop. Come at once, stop. Signature B. Yes, 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 that's it. Well, going to write me another note?
Where was you hiding?
This happens to be my house. I don't need to hide in it. I've people coming in here any minute. You'd be as well to make it snappy.
Felt like me do the talking, and
I don't see why. The other day, you threw a note into this room, wrapped round a stone. A peculiar method of communication.
Something's better kept quiet. You ought to know that.
You're rather likeable, aren't you? Quite sweet.
Now, cut that.
All right, what is it? Money?
Didn't have to pick me a bunch of flowers.
All the same, I wouldn't mind subscribing you to a week when the time comes. I gather by your note, illiterate and illegible though it was, that you're anxious to sell me information.
Sure. And I reckon you'd better buy. Quick.
What's your name?
Lilibeth.
I mean your right name.
Close enough. You've got too much to say for anyone in the spot you are.
Well, I don't know your name, but I do know you're a servant employed in the nursing home next door.
Telling very clear. Then you get me nowhere.
As to the question of money, the answer is quite definitely no. I'm far too much self-respect to be blackmailed by a person like you.
Well, you have, have you? I don't know whether you really know this, but you're playing a dangerous game.
I do know it, so thank you for nothing.
I've been watching you for the past 3 weeks, always peering into next door. Then you took some of the boards out your fence so that some of your folks get through to your garden.
This is quite ridiculous.
And that's not all. You stick bottles of gin in your greenhouse because you know our property's partial that way.
Good heavens, why should I do that?
Ah, you know, and I know. Just at the moment, we're the
once. But if I was to tell matron...
Will you get out of my house at once? I have people coming in here to tea.
How nice for us. They don't know the funny business you're up to. But you will soon enough if you don't play ball. I give you till 8 o'clock tonight. 20 quid and a flower pot for the tool shed in your garden.
And say I don't?
Then it wouldn't be in your shoes. Here they are. I'm afraid not as many as we hoped. Small, but select. Now this is almost dead. Now let me see who you are.
Summers, Louisa, Miss, Hart.
Oh dear, how wretched. In that case, we better not have any running about again.
And I don't think you know Mr. Cox.
Nah, never said hi to me. Pleased to meet you.
Delighted. Well, where is Matron?
We give her the slip. She'll catch up on us.
God, trust her. Here. And these things.
Come and sit down now. Tea will be in a minute. Is Miss Quirk coming?
I suppose so. But I've locked my bedroom door. I'm not having God raking through my clothes.
Our friend Miss Quirk is to give you an entertainment.
Is she? What'd she do? Oh, what'd she take off?
God, I can see everything.
I used to do a flat wire, 70 feet up.
Good gracious.
And no net. Not now. Far.
Ah, tea. That will do us all good.
Here. Not for me yet. It gives me heartburn.
Oh dear, we shall have to find you something else.
Don't mind, yeah? Here. Have you got a drop of port?
Port?
Oh,
You bet you will. But you think you can slip it in quick before she comes.
Don't you? I know what he's like. Paul gets him fighting.
fighting?
Here. Port never got me fighting yet. Now, grab it if you like.
I remember
It's a little
once.
early, but we'll see what Matron has to say.
Here. You leave Mate now. She's a wet blanket, she is. You know, she keeps us down like we was at some sort of school.
Oh, come. I'm sure she's only got your best interest at heart.
The only thing she's got at heart is a quarter line in her pocket.
Come now, Maud, you have to think about.
Jam? Here. Have you got something tasty? I like the fish cake.
Fish? Oh, yes. This is shrimp case.
Nah, I mean the kipper, or a blowjob, or a bit of toasted cheese.
You seem to have a very hearty appetite.
Well, that's my club all right. Here, you ought to see some of the dinner parties we have at the castle.
Castle? Look at him. Everything's castle.
Here, what's so funny about that?
Oh, so you came on your own. Really, that was very naughty of you.
We must have missed you. Don't know how that happened.
Well, never mind now. Only you know I don't like you to roam about on your own.
Here, see the meeting, chain gang. Sorry.
Make yourself comfortable somewhere, Matron.
I think Mr. Cox would like something a little more substantial.
Oh, no, take it up to the little rooms. The doctor's most anxious that he should not overeat.
Which doctor's that?
Dr. Cricket.
Get hold of it. Oh, I'm so excited it's coming out. Anyone of this nonsense and back your old go without anything.
Okay, it's only my little joke.
Mr. Cox is innumerate with the establishment. He's trying to keep us all alive.
Well, they don't have to try out all that hard as far as you're concerned, anyway. Here. I'll toss you for that bottle at the bottom.
No! Oh, you see my difficulties? They're perfect figures because we're trying to be a bit childish.
Close your eyes. Don't look.
What's the game?
Oh, Miss Eric's going to entertain you after tea.
Yes, don't be arrogant. That's quite a long programme.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's very kind of you, but I don't think there'll be time.
I want to see what you can do.
Oh, well, perhaps a song or a recitation.
Kindly leave me to do the arranging.
Can you tear a telephone directory with your hand?
No, I should hardly want to.
I can. Send the poker out to the fire.
Miss Summers, kindly sit down. You're behaving very badly. And you won't do any turns here. Don't take any notice of her. She doesn't want to do parlour tricks. But there isn't time today.
Oh, what a pity. Do you know I can still do the script? And like that, with a board on my chest before I be dancing on it.
I should hardly have thought that was the sort of thing for Miss Summers to do, in her poor state of health. Well, perhaps it was some sort of remedial exercise.
Yes, here is Spot. Out comes Spot. Out I say. 1, 2, I then to Simon West. Turn is murky. Fire, my lord, fire. A soldier out the field. What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? I truly thought the old man had too much blood in him.
Here. Who's old man?
That lady fight has a wealth. Where is she now?
I bet someone done everything.
Really? This is impossible.
Perhaps something a little lighter would...
So nothing more, please. I'm afraid this isn't very wise, but both these patients are bad sleepers.
Well, I'm sorry if it's happening too much for them. I can't hold back already, you know. Still, I'll sing for all news. Oh, I'm not sorry.
Here. Oh, we could have a sing-song. I can give you any order.
No, because you might marry Lloyd.
Who wants a lot of singing? I don't, for one. But if you like to fix up a wire across this room, I'll show you a bit of balance and it will make your head stand on end.
Well, if everybody fails to attend, there's hardly
So
anyone
we're
might
leaving now. Thank you very much for all your trouble, Miss Quirk. But another time. Come along, you two.
Never gets anybody far, you know.
Sing.
Not as I. It's a bit of bread and cheese and into bread, that goes.
Well, if you're sure, it's such a short stay, but I can understand your anxiety.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
Well, at least we've broken the ice and we can perhaps arrange something for another day. But we must have a photo before we go.
Oh, no.
Yes, come along, everyone,
No.
onto the terrace.
Well, I really ought to be getting back now, do they?
Oh, no. It won't do any harm, and I want a memento of the occasion. You must be a bit Spanish, Quirk. But don't bother to change. It's not funny with you like that.
No. Well, really, I think it's a stupid arrangement. Here I have put all this trouble, and I've been rehearsing all morning.
Oh, never mind. It'll keep you in trim. Come along. Now, come along, everybody. Closer together, please. Now, matron in the middle. Matron in the middle, please. Come on. Now, smile, everybody. Ready?
Right. Now, come on.
I do hope it comes out all right. Will you make post me one of those things, because I shan't be here after tomorrow. Oh, of course I will.
Look, say goodbye, dear.
Thanks for having us here. Make it an evening do next time, will you? I never could do much with the cup of tea and the soda.
Maudie will see you out. I'm so sorry you weren't able to do much.
No, it's all right. It's been wonderful practice. I'm such an intelligent audience.
Well, that was quite a successful start, I think. But I can quite understand Major wanting to be very anxious, wanting to get them back. I thought they were all extremely odd. I used to say simple. Don't you think so?
No, if it happens, I don't.
Oh my goodness. Don't you playing, old lad? I'll give you this home if you like, but you'll have to promise not to look out of the window. Oh, I've got things to run. You know, it's a very good idea of yours to have a photograph taken. I do hope it comes out all right.
So do I, but I rather doubt it.
Well, goodbye. It's been so nice. Come along, Desdemona.
You gave me quite a start.
Oh, sorry.
All ready to go?
Well, I've sent the others on. Ignore the excitement. I quite forgot this.
A letter?
Yes, delivered at the Laurels by mistake. Their mate gave it to you when I first arrived. I imagine it must be for you because it has your address clearly on it.
Oh, yes. That's the news, the postman.
Very. Mind you, I can't understand this confusion. It's addressed to a Mr Pottinger.
Oh, yes.
Perhaps it's a mistake, in which case I'll return it to the
No,
post
I
office.
shall forward it on to Miss Pottinger.
Oh, so you didn't know him then?
Oh, yes, very well, indeed. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, that explains it. I suppose he's staying here.
Oh, yes, he often pops down to see me.
Well, I'm glad it's satisfactorily. But this sort of thing's always disturbing. I nearly opened the letter myself.
Oh, I should have quite understood if you had done so.
Where does Mr Pottinger live?
Oh, Burton-on-Trent.
Oh, well, if you care to fill in the address, I'll pop it to the post box on the way past. It might be urgent.
That's very thoughtful of you. But I shall have to find my address book.
I can wait.
Was that someone calling?
I didn't hear anyone.
I'm sure I did. Yes, what is it? Excuse me.
We don't know where she is for the moment, so you better hang on here. What did you say your name was?
Bob, Miss Cardboard, and no friend, Miss Beeston.
Are you? Too many old friends knocking about here at the moment.
What a delightful prospect. So rural and yet...
If you don't mind me asking, are you the one that's supposed to be stopping on here?
Maybe a day or two. Dear Alice, Miss Beeston, said that it might do my health good. Really, I don't like the idea.
No more do I. You sit down and think it over. There's a train leaves there in half an hour.
I took you at your word. Practically, and here I am. So you are. Now, we've lots and lots to tell each other, haven't we? Now, Tim, you are looking simply wonderful. Belong. Now, tell me all your news. I'm simply dying to hear it. Are you stopping here tonight? Sure, isn't that the idea? I don't know what the idea is. But I know you're not spending the night here with you in my bed, eh? You might have waited until I got out of the house. Clara? Alice? My dear, I made the most stupid mistake. I thought this lady was you. No. And so short as you know, my doctors told me I should wear glasses all the time. It really is most awkward. I can imagine. Not knowing whether you're talking to your doctor or your greengrocer. I
really must do something about it. And now, tell me who you are. This is my cousin, Maud Curl.
Yes, of course. Have we ever met? I hope not.
Maud has been staying with me for 2 weeks, but she's going home tomorrow. Such a pity. But once you're here together, I want you to chum up.
Oh, yes. We can have lovely pillow beds in the bedroom.
Come along now. We won't get this to make a nice cup of tea. Pity you weren't here earlier. Well, such a jolly party.
Goodbye, Miss Curl. I do hope we meet again soon. Oh. Oh, Mason, I'm so glad you've come.
Let me do the talking. You've had a visitor?
Yes, some wretched woman who said she's a friend of ours. She even lost a feet for her. And when Alice did come in, I'm sure they didn't really know each other. Will anybody please tell me what this is all about?
I can tell you.
You can?
Now listen to me. You don't need to be told there's a mystery in this house.
Oh, mystery. I'm sure I must be spending my holidays with Alice in Wonderland. With strange telephone calls and people bobbing in and out of nowhere.
Miss Cole, if you wish to avert a situation of grave danger to everybody in this house, you will hear me without interruption.
Yes.
Now then, you have always regarded your cousin as an eccentric maiden lady who spends her time writing children's stories. All this is a cloak.
A cloak?
She is in fact a very astute person. One who has not only hoodwinked you and other of her friends, but also the law. I've wanted to avoid revealing this for as long as possible, but matters have come to a head. This woman who's come here posing as an old friend is her accomplice.
Yes.
And I have reason to believe that both will shortly be joined by another party.
I know what you're going to say. A man.
One who has for years been using your cousin as an innocent cloak for stealing his stolen property. A certain Mr Pottinger.
Oh, this is more serious than I thought I was telling you.
No, Miss Cole. I am not a matron of any nursing home. I happen to be Detective Sergeant Jean Winters of the Special Branch.
Then you are...
Exactly. And now I will tell you just what you can do to help us.
Well, you can consider yourself one. Where is Alice?
I don't know. She's such a busy girl. Probably I've done some good work.
What? Oh, yes, I suppose so. I suppose in your poor state of health you'll be going to bed early.
Yes, I suppose I ought. I get so easily tired. Because it's my first day here, I shall give myself a little bit extra.
Why do you have to wear a wig?
Oh! There! Have you discovered my guilty secret?
Not all of it,
I banished you. Would you believe I could once sit on my hair?
no. I can believe anything of you. Tell me, where do you live when you're not visiting old friends?
Oh, and London, of course.
Near Holloway, perhaps?
Really? No. Do you know, I think I'll go for a little walk.
Good idea, I'll go with you.
No. I didn't think to trouble you. Besides, I never go to bed early.
That hardly matters, since I haven't got a bed to go to. Now come along, I'll lead along to show you around the garden. And in your poor state of health, you'll need my arm.
Oh, well, that is most kind of you, but I don't like to trouble you. And as you're leaving tomorrow, you must have a lot of cleaning to do.
That can wait. Now come along before it gets too dark to see.
I shall have to go upstairs and get a wood.
I'll wait here.
Oh, you are a dear kind thing. I shan't be long. What's she up to now?
We're going for a stroll in the garden. I'm not letting her out of my sight.
That's what you think. She's just slipped round the back to the garden. I've never seen anyone move so quick.
She was supposed to be going upstairs for a shawl or something.
Shawl? If she needs a shawl, then I'm due for a rain.
Oh dear, what's going to happen next? Something dreadful. I'll be bound.
You know, there's something funny about that woman.
Oh dear, if only Mason were here, I'd be so much happier.
And that's another thing. What's going on next door?
There's more to worry about here without worrying about what's going on next door.
Well, it seems funny to me. For us, those old people are hardly allowed outside the house. Not that all of them have been, though.
What are you talking about?
The nursing home, of course. There's a coach coming to take them to see the lights.
Lights? What lights?
The lights at Leamington. The decorations.
Well, I suppose it isn't really amazing. Then it doesn't matter, so I expect the usual discipline has been relaxed.
Not only your matron.
Oh, never mind about that now. Oh, I do wish I could tell you all I know. I promise not to. All I can say is that we are in the gravest danger.
Oh, are we? Thank you very much. I bet this new woman's got something to do with it.
Yes, but don't tell anyone at all.
Nobody can tell, is there? Fat little good telling Miss Basin. She's as batty as a bear.
No, but more you mustn't tell her. Who's that?
The man in black.
Come in. It's you.
I have come for my properties. I assume there is no objection in my removing them.
No. Take whatever you like.
Thank you. And the next time, Miss Beeson wants me to oblige by entertaining, I'm afraid I shall be otherwise engaged. Honey, it's not only a waste of my time, but being made to look ridiculous in front of those silly people and what? Pretending to be a tightrope walker. I just don't believe it.
Oh, at this moment I can believe everything. I would lovely house. Well, presently she was joined by a rather rough-looking man. Both went inside, and a man wearing a cloth cap and a scarf. Mr. Pottinger. Mr. Pottinger? Or Harry Boy? Or perhaps they're one and the same. I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about. Oh, no, you wouldn't. Oh, I wonder if I can trust you. Well, really? No, don't get me wrong. Things are much too serious for that. I say, doing a dirty work of ours. Very dirty. Unbelievably dirty. Oh, boy, I love rough house. But you don't mean it's your cousin? Oh, I don't know. Everything is wrapped in mystery. No one is what they suppose them to be. It seems they're all in disguise. I say this is great. Go on. A madman that you saw must be their leader, a Mr. Pottinger. Mr. Pottinger. And wait a minute. Alice has an old friend arriving to stay. She's another of them. How do you know? The matron from next door told me. And she isn't a maid now, but she's a police officer. Do you think that I could have imagined all this? No, I don't suppose so. Something's got into that snare. What's going to happen next? Oh, I don't know. Something dreadful, I'm sure. This will have to go into. What can it be so to? Something to do with stolen property. Stolen property? Then she's a fence. There was some talk of a fence in the garden. This is a bit of a corner. And this newcomer, you say? Oh, she's the one that frightens me. There's something sinister about her. She prowls about. And she wears a wig. And she can't be a day over 40. Right. Now sit tight and leave this to me. First, have you got the key out of the house? A key? So that I can get in and out of this house easily. Don't forget, night is coming on. Oh, I know. And I shan't sleep awake. Right. Now sit tight and leave this to me. Where are you going? I'm going back to that pub. And I'm going to trail that mysterious cousin of yours and her friend Mr. Pottinger. Ah!
What's the matter with you, Maudie?
You startled me.
Your nerves are bad. Better have an early night in bed.
I don't want to go to bed.
Please yourself. I suppose you've come to collect your theatrical costs, Miss Quirk.
Yes, that's right. I do hope you don't mind.
Gracious no. This could be glad to get the place straight. I'm sorry you weren't able to display your talents more.
Oh, I'm sure an opportunity may yet arise, Miss Lisa.
Oh, I'm sure. Especially now that people at the nursing home are becoming more human. And I say, what do you think? They're all going on a coach trip to see the lights in Leamington. Up until now, they've all been tucked up by 8 o'clock.
Have you been gardening all this time, Alice?
Miss Light? No, just been for a bit of a stroll.
I think Miss Quirk, yes, well, I'll definitely be going back. I'm sure you all want to settle down for a cozy evening, unless you have any plans to see the lights, Miss Beeston.
No, I don't think I shall bother. I've other things to do.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Cherry Pie!
What have you been up to, Maudie? You've been talking?
I don't know what you mean.
I think you do. It might be an idea if I phoned the local hotel for your room tonight.
Yes, it would. No. I mean, I'm stopping here.
I've given you more than I've hints over the last few days, but you'd be better off outside this house. I only wish I jolly well told you you'd got to go.
But why? Why?
Ever heard of anyone camping out on a landmine? Well, you are.
Are you sure that that's just not what you're doing?
Maybe. But I know it. I asked for it. Look, I know I may have appeared rather strange over the last few days, and I dare say I've been a bit offhand with you. But believe me, I had a reason. Now you come again in the autumn and I'll give you a whale at a time. But just now I want you out of the house.
Alice, are you in any trouble?
Not at the moment. never know what's around the corner.
Tell me, do you know a Mr Pottinger?
Very well indeed.
And did you go out with him this evening and go into a public house called the Blue Fox?
That does it. You spend a night in a local hotel. I don't know how you got hold of this, but you've been just a bit too busy, my girl. Now out you go.
Say I refuse.
Then more do you. Jolly well take what's coming to you. But don't expect me to write to your friends and explain how it's happened. Someone's been nosing about in here, haven't they? Someone's taken a book.
I would hardly think a book important enough compared to the wicked things you've been doing.
Of course, isn't that better that gave the game away? So, you don't think a missing book is much importance?
Hardly.
Then you're wrong. That's the fuse that's going to light the powder barrel. Powder to get rid of you. Biscuit?
Are you there? Are you there?
Is that to me? It's me, yes. Hello? Yes. Right, I'll be there. I've got to go out. You'll have to take potluck, I'm afraid. Now listen to me. As soon as I've gone out, close those windows, and on no account are you to let another soul inside this house. Tell Biscuit the same. Understand? No one.
Wasn't that Miss Winston called?
She's gone out.
Then how am I supposed to talk to her if she isn't here?
Biscuit!
And don't call me that!
Oh, I'll call you anything you like, but please don't leave me here alone.
Eh?
Have you got to sit out in the kitchen all evening?
I shan't be sitting. I've got my ironing to do.
Oh, ironing. Close that door and come here. We are in danger.
What? Again?
But this time it's true. Miss Beeston said so.
Oh, take no notice of her. She's been like that for years.
But it's evident. No one in this house is what we think they are. It's all Miss Beeston. She's got herself mixed up with a gang of criminals.
I wouldn't be surprised at that either.
And that woman who calls herself Chloroform, she's another of them.
Oh, her.
And that man, Pottinger, he's their leader.
Men, too?
Yes, and I don't know, but there might be that mysterious Harry boy.
I tell you, Harry boy is dead.
Dead or not, someone telephoned here yesterday calling himself by that name, and now Alice has gone out with someone, and she's ordered us not to let anyone in at all.
Pretty old how you do, innit? You mean you want me to stop in here with you?
Oh, yes, please. We must all hang together until help comes.
Hell, what are they going to do? Launch a lifeboat?
No, the matron from next door. She's the only one we can trust. She isn't what you think she is.
Who is? Next you'll be telling me you're Queen Anne. Oh, all right. If you've got the jumps, I suppose I better stop with you. But I don't like it, mind. I know my place.
And it's your place to stay and look after me.
I suppose I could bring my iron in here.
No, you must come and sit down here with me. I won't be left in this room alone a minute.
Kind of eerie, innit? Like as if something's hanging about.
Let's talk.
Did you ever see the cat and the canary?
Yes, I did.
we haven't got any cards.
Really complete then, can't we? Do you ever go to the cinema?
Not since I saw the clutching hand. It finished me. When that hand come round the door and said, sorry, I'm sure. You asked me.
Let's play again. Something stupid yet intelligent.
Such as?
Ice bag. Ice bag. With magnified. Don't be frightened. It's only me. I thought this disguise might come in handy. Oh, this will be the death of thee. Oh, you under the cross. Don't be silly. What do you think I'm dressed like this for? It's all right. She's on our side.
Well, that's not much to get excited about.
Listen, there's not a lot of time to waste talking. You know Ruby's prowling about outside. I've an idea she's coming in here. Thank goodness my disguise boxed her.
Oh, but the window's locked. She can't get in. And we won't let her in even if she rings the bell.
Not a hope. If we're dealing against master criminals, they won't be fooled by locked doors.
Well, I wish you'd take off those silly clothes. It won't help a bit.
If you should ask me for help, you'll permit me to use my own methods. I prefer to match brain to brain.
Now she's come, can I go back and do my ironing?
No, no. We must all stand together. Look there. Somebody's coming in.
Keep calm! Act normally! As I'm not here!
There you are.
And I was waiting for you to join me in a little walk. Not tonight, not tonight. Oh, not now. It's quite dark and a little creepy dark. You know, I was quite pleased to get back. But what have you been doing? Oh, this and that. Are you looking for something?
Just going.
No. Biscuits are helping me when I was. What? Yes, I dropped a ball down here somewhere. Since your cousin Alice is a crook, what's that worth? It's those silly people from the nursing home. What they bring out at this time.
About time, too. You didn't mind stocking, did you? Didn't want to wear out the cold.
Surely you haven't accused us to the house.
Oh, yes, we have. You've got to see the light, don't we?
That's it. You only see the lights.
What are they talking about?
The lights at Leamington. They're all going there on a coach party.
I see.
You can't, don't you? And Matron said we were to wait outside this house. Because that's easier for the coaches all that, see?
And we thought we might as well wait inside as out. See?
Well, I suppose it's all right.
It better be. Not all we get a treat like this, I can tell you. Go on, there's no payment for sitting down.
Don't you think you ought to lock the door?
What for? We want to see when the coach comes.
Look, I think it's no silly idea for a lot of invalids to be going on a coach trip at this time of night. I mean, I wonder if they should agree.
Ah, she organised it. There's no fly on her.
Why have you got your luggage?
Luggage? Ah, now we've got a supper in here. Yeah, I know them places. Everyone jostling to get a glass of beer and a sandwich.
I could do with a drink now.
Not a bad idea, mate.
Oh, I don't think we could start making tea at this time of night.
Tea? Yeah, you've got a drop of something in that cupboard.
Look, this is Miss Beester's house. I don't think we should.
Well, I think it would be a better idea if you wait for the coach on your own premises.
Well, you can think again, because we're waiting here.
Not so easy. Not so easy for a coach to get a bar now, right, love? You're waiting to speak. That's what Matron said.
Here, how are you supposed to be going?
About 20. Why?
Then where are the others?
Coming on.
I don't suppose you two are supposed to be out at all. And perhaps there are silly lights at Leamington.
Haven't you read about them in the papers? One of the sights. Anyway, suppose you give over talking and find us a drop of something to keep out the cold.
Leave it to me, mate. I know where to keep it.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah. What we got to do about this, though?
I never did have the chance to show you how I bend a poker with my hand, did I? Might be a good idea if I show you now.
There's something I don't quite like about you two.
Well, I'll drop that. That's a big in it now.
Well, well, too bad of you to arrange a party without inviting me.
Well, what have you been up to?
Never mind what I've been up to. The important thing is to entertain Mr. Cox and Miss Summers. Sit down, all of you. You make the place look untidy.
I think you better explain it to Miss Beeson.
Well, I suppose I have. But first of all, we must look after our guests. Biscuit, you'll find a bottle of gin in that cupboard, with some orange or lime too. But I expect they prefer it neat.
You mean give them drinks?
Why not? The poor creatures won't get another chance for 2 or 3 years.
How do you make that out?
Don't be silly. They don't serve drinks in prison. You can sit down, Sam.
Do you know what you're talking about?
Certainly. This dear old man isn't Mr. Cox. He's generally known as Safe Blower Sam. He's been in and out of prison so many times he ought to be giddy. And that is Rosie Bowers. She used to do a strongman turn on the horse until she was jailed for stabbing a rival. Pretty dangerous, I assure you.
Oh, do. It's nice hearing you talk.
And I suppose they've told you they're going to see the lights of Leamington. Sounds quite plausible, doesn't it? Only it's a cover. These two and the other fake invalids of the Laurels are all hoping to make a getaway before the police arrive.
Police? Look, how do you know all this?
Look at that. Judge for yourself.
All gospel truth, dear. And you can't do nothing about it, and you know it.
We know you've been snooping around. It's because of you we've got to clear out, and we're going to. But before we go, I have a thing or two to say to you.
Here, then wait for me to come.
But Matron is a police officer.
The only police officer around here is a certain lady you know to be as Clara Form. The matron, as you know her, is a certain Sophie Hardwick. She wanted 3 years to receive it.
Is it a nursing home or isn't it?
Of course it isn't. It was, up to 3 years ago, 3 weeks ago, a highly respectable nursing home. But then the place was sold and came into the possession of an organisation who were looking for a nice, quiet place in the country as a hideout.
I knew there was something funny about it.
Profitable too. Any criminal who was wanted by the police and could afford to pay for protection only had to become a patient at the nursing home. There's a whole gang of them outside waiting for the coach to take them to safety.
How perfectly scandalous. Why, I even gave him some of my chocolates.
You weren't to know. I admit I have to act rather strangely.
But I don't understand. How are you going to stop them getting away?
Yeah. I'd like to know about that.
That's not my job. I leave that to Detective Sergeant Jean Winters. In other words, Clara Ford.
But she's locked in the bathroom.
What?
Oh, I didn't know I locked her in.
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't do anything foolish if I were you. Put that down. Now keep away from it. Let's sort ourselves out of it, haven't we? Over here, you two. Quick! That's for the rest of you. Ah, you're all over here. Together. Now come on, we've got time for long explanation.
I think I'm right what?
You haven't got a right to ask anything. And if you value your state, you're to be quiet and still. Lily, keep your eye on for the coach. Sit down, Miss Beeston, at your own desk. It's a pity you didn't spend a bit more time sitting there writing, poking your nose at things that don't concern you.
Oh, I often poke my nose into things. It gives me ideas.
Yeah, well, you need to be proud of this story. It's gone all wrong. In half an hour, we'll be miles away from here. Bound for somewhere neither you nor the police will ever find. You do realise that, don't you?
I admit it.
Mind you, I'll take the hat off to you. Who would have thought a quiet little woman like you writing children's stories would stumble across what you did? Of course, you got some of your information by luring old fools like Sam here, and then you tipped off the police, and got them to send a woman detective posing as an old friend.
And if Miss Quirk hadn't been stupid enough to lock her in the
Oh, we'd have dealt with her, don't you worry. You see, the whole thing became perfectly clear when I happened to intercept the letter addressed to Mr Pottinger. Did you know I'd opened it and resealed it?
Oh, yes. I'm no more fool than you are.
The letter was from Scotland Yard, telling you that a Detective Sergeant Jean Winters of the Special Branch was coming down to investigate your suspicions about the Laurels. So, I used the name to make this rather stupid friend of yours believe I was a detective.
You wicked, deceitful woman.
Now we've got to stand here wasting time.
We go when the coach comes. I just want your stupid beast to know that I followed her every step of the way. I returned the book I borrowed. The House Next Door by Alex Pottinger, the well-known writer of detective stories.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed reading it.
Oh, it did. It gave me the clue to the whole thing. A piece of fiction about a mysterious nursing home. It wasn't a nursing home at all. Of course, that gave me the idea about the Laurels.
Certainly. And I soon found your so-called nursing home most mysterious.
Of course, what some of these less perceptive persons don't realise is that Alex Pottinger, the top-selling writer of mystery stories, is really Alex Beeston.
And I had hoped to keep it a secret. It makes such a change from writing stories to children.
Coach. Right. Get a knife and put that phone cord. Who needs a knife?
I'd rather be doing that to one of them.
Now, get this clear. There's no phone box for half a mile. So by the time you get to it, or at least that woman upstairs will be well known. And in case any of you are bright enough to notice the coach number, let me tell you that the license plate will be changed. So be wise, sit tight, and forget all about your next door neighbours. What's happening out there?
Coach has got to get in.
Right, get in, you two.
Goodbye. Sorry we can't stay, but we do want to see the light in Abington.
Don't know we should be seeing you again, and that's a bit a lot for you. If she hadn't come in when she did, I'd have shown you a trick or two.
Get going.
And I promised them a drink from that cupboard. There's a bottle or two if that you and that dear girl were
Be quiet. Well,
All in.
right, you next to make it snappy. Oh, well. Goodbye, Stephen. I'm sorry you didn't quite get to write the end of your story, but Francis decided it for you.
Stay where you are. She wouldn't hesitate to shoot. Biscuit, be good enough to let Detective Sergeant Winston out of the bathroom.
You mean to say that old ragtag is really a detective?
She is, and I will treat her very gently because I don't think she's going to be in a very good temper.
What a day! What a simply ghastly experience!
Oh, I think it's been rather fun. I'm sorry it's over, or nearly over.
Miss Beeson, what can I say? I've ruined everything.
My dear, you weren't to know. I should have told you more.
Then all these years, Mr. Pottinger has really been you?
I thought it best to keep it a secret. I didn't think my relations would improve with the lady in the family writing detective thrillers.
There they've gone.
They've gone. Best take a look in the potting shed, Sergeant. Right.
What has the pine shed got to do with all this rumpus?
Rather a lot, I hope.
But I still don't understand. Miss Quirk said she thought she saw you going into a public house with a rough-looking man. Who was he?
Oh, that was Harry Boy.
I tell you, Harry Boy is dead.
Well, I hope not. Biscuit's talking about the dog I had 12 years ago. We used the name again. Harry Boy is a rough but reliable friend of mine who lives in the East End of London. He supplies Alice Pottinger, that's me, with valuable notes about my novels about good characters. I asked him to come down to Timberley to identify a few rather choice specimens from next door. See?
Well, I'm beginning to.
But then it's all been for nothing. Oh, I don't know. We can always hope.
Everything's gone according to plan. There's a man tied up in your shed. He's the coach driver, all right.
But the coach has gone then.
Driven instead by my friend Harry Boy. That was the plan, you see, to switch drivers at the last minute. So now, instead of the coach going to an unknown destination, Harry Boy is driving into police headquarters outside Warwick. Can you imagine their faces when it stops there? Well, I go to see.
What say? Put the kettle on for a nice cup of tea.
It's an idea, but a better one would be to get us all a drink from that cupboard.
I don't know.